Have you ever stood in your quiet kitchen with a warm mug in hand, and felt the deep stillness of the morning wrap around you like a blanket? Not loneliness exactly, but something softer. A quiet question echoing through the silence. Is this it now? No partner's footsteps. No busy household. Maybe your phone stays silent more days than not. And in between the calm moments of peace, comes a flicker of something harder to name. If you've felt that flicker, if you've ever wondered what comes next now that you're living alone, you're not alone. And here's the truth no one really tells you. Being on your own can become one of the strongest, happiest chapters of your life. But only if you know how to treat it not as an ending, but as an opening. In this video, I want to walk with you into that space, not to fix the silence, but to fill it with something more powerful than noise. Joy, strength, peace, and the kind of happiness that doesn't depend on who's in the room. Let's begin with one small but powerful shift. The power of presence. Think back to the last time something made you laugh, even if no one else was around. Maybe it was your dog doing something goofy, like Jean shared. I'm widowed and living in the UK, but my beloved dog keeps me company every day. His presence means everything to me. Maybe it was a memory that surfaced while doing the dishes. Or a silly moment from a TV show you've watched 100 times. That joy? It didn't come from someone else. It came from within you, and that, my friend, is the secret. Happiness in this chapter isn't something that arrives from the outside. It's something you awaken from the inside. And the best way to awaken it? By moving your body with intention. Habit number 1, move like you matter. This isn't about exercise. It's not about losing weight or staying fit. It's about honoring your body as a vessel of joy. Even something as simple as walking around your garden or stretching near an open window can whisper to your spirit, I'm still here. I still matter. This body is doing its best, and I'm going to help it. Rock 70 shared this mindset beautifully. I'm still working, married to a younger Mexican woman. I stick to a healthy diet and exercise regularly. So far, it's keeping me strong. Movement gives you rhythm. Rhythm gives you energy. And energy? It builds the foundation for hope. Don't underestimate the power of small acts. Raise your arms to the ceiling and take a deep breath. Step outside and walk to the end of the street. Put on a favorite song and sway in your living room. It's not about how far you go, it's about what you tell yourself while you're doing it. Say this with me. This body is not broken. It's my partner in joy. Real joy is built, not found. We often think we need people to feel fulfilled. But what we really need is purpose. Ray, 91, lives alone, but said something deeply wise. Though I sometimes drift into the past, I manage to stay grounded. How does he stay grounded? Through beautiful memories, small routines, and gratitude for what remains. And that brings us to our second point. Habit number 2, find joy in a daily ritual. Start with something small. Make your morning tea with care. Tend to a plant. Light a candle as the sun rises or sets. Write one sentence in a notebook each evening. These tiny rituals anchor your spirit. They remind you that this day matters. That you are still writing your story. As Tracy shared. As I grow older, I walk forward with faith in God and trust in His guidance. Paired with knowledge and small steps, that trust keeps me grounded. That's what we're doing here, building a life that feels grounded, rooted in self-trust. Not in noise, not in a crowd, but in quiet confidence. Let's reflect. So let's pause for a moment. What does your body need today? A stretch? A short walk? A deep breath? What's one gentle ritual you could begin tomorrow morning? Can you find one laugh, one memory, one flicker of joy, just for you? Let me know in the comments below. I read every one, and your story might be the encouragement someone else needs. By now, maybe you've tried lifting your arms with a deep breath this morning. Maybe you noticed the steam curling off your tea and paused long enough to feel the warmth in your chest. If so, you've already begun the work. Because the secret isn't about adding more to your life, it's about noticing what's already there and choosing to build from it. But there's another part of this secret, one many people ignore. And it's what we're focusing on today. How you talk to yourself when no one else is around. Habit number 3, speak to yourself with kindness. You'd be amazed how many people, especially those over 60, carry a harsh inner critic. It's that voice that says, "You should have done more. You're too slow. Nobody really cares what you think." Sound familiar? Here's the truth. You don't have to believe that voice anymore. In fact, the most powerful thing you can do, especially when living alone, is to speak to yourself like someone you love. Try this tonight when brushing your teeth. Look into the mirror and say, out loud, "You did your best today. I'm proud of you." Or even just, "Thank you for showing up." It may feel silly at first, but over time, it rewires how you see yourself. Not as someone left behind, but as someone still growing, still worthy, still whole. Tracy shared something that speaks to this. "I walk forward with faith in God and trust in His guidance. Paired with knowledge and small steps, that trust keeps me grounded." You don't need perfect confidence. You just need to treat yourself like someone who matters, because you do. Habit number 4, learn something new, just for you. Let's talk about something people over 60 don't hear enough. You're still allowed to be curious. In fact, curiosity is one of the best kept secrets to staying sharp, joyful, and connected to yourself. Anita, 60, shared a powerful truth. "In India, I feel welcomed. In the UK, it's harder. People grow reserved, isolated. It's sad how much culture shapes connection." And it's true, depending on where you live, connection may not come easily. But learning? That's yours anytime. So ask yourself, when was the last time you learned something new, just because it interested you? Not to prove anything. Not for anyone else. But just for the spark? It could be watching a documentary, growing herbs on your windowsill, reading about a country you've never been to, trying a new soup recipe, learning how to use a new app. Even small discoveries say, "I'm still here. I still grow. I still matter." Ray, 91, says it beautifully. "I sometimes drift into the past, but I manage to stay grounded." Groundedness comes from 2 things, memory and momentum. Keep your stories close, but keep learning forward. Habit number 5, reach out, even just a little. Now I know. You're on your own. Maybe you've lost a partner, like Jean or Justine. Maybe family is far away. Or maybe they're near, but emotionally distant. Connection might feel like a thing of the past. But it's not gone. It's just changed. And sometimes the most meaningful moments come not from deep conversations, but tiny gestures. A smile at the cashier. Leaving a kind comment on a video. Writing a letter even if you don't send it. Saying good morning on your daily walk. Paul reminded us of something truly powerful. Isaiah 46 verse 4, "Even to your old age and gray hairs I am He. I will carry you." It reminds me I'm never alone when I trust in Christ. That's the heart of it. You are not truly alone. Even in solitude, there is connection waiting, spiritual, emotional, human. But you may need to be the one to open the door. Not wide. Not fast. Just a little crack of willingness. Let's reflect. So far, we've explored how your movement tells your body, "I'm still alive." How rituals ground you in the present. How kindness to yourself becomes inner strength. How curiosity keeps you vibrant. And how small acts of connection ripple far beyond what we see. Now let me ask you, which of these speaks to you most today? Are you ready to speak more gently to yourself? To try something new, just for the joy of it? to send one small ripple of kindness into the world? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. We've talked about movement. We've talked about kindness, especially the kind you speak to yourself. We've talked about joy, curiosity, connection. But let's take a breath now, because this final truth might be the one your soul needs most. Being on your own is not the end of your story. It's a sacred invitation to write a new chapter, one only you can write. The freedom of living on your own terms. After a lifetime of caring for others, children, partners, parents, something changes when you wake up and realize this life is now yours to shape. That can feel scary, but it can also be incredibly freeing. Alex said it with such wisdom. Not everyone finds a partner who brings lasting joy. For me, practical support is key, but more importantly, I do everything I can to maintain my health and energy. And that's exactly it. You don't need to be surrounded by people to be surrounded by purpose. You can choose what matters most, what fills your space, what your days look like, and most importantly, how gently you treat yourself while living them. You don't need permission, you are the permission. The habit that holds it all together, gratitude. Let's end with something simple, but sacred. One habit that ties all of this together is the daily practice of gratitude. Not the kind you force, not fake optimism, but the quiet noticing of what is still good. Justine, honest and brave, wrote, "I have savings, but I worry about how fast they're going. One fall could change everything. It's scary, but I keep going. God bless." And that's the spirit. Gratitude isn't about ignoring fear. It's about walking forward anyway, with soft eyes and a steady heart. Each morning, or each evening, ask yourself, what made today a little gentler? What did I see or feel that reminded me I'm still part of something bigger? What beauty did I almost miss? Ray 91 said it best. Though I sometimes drift into the past, I manage to stay grounded. Gratitude is grounding. It tells your soul, there is still beauty here. There is still life to be lived. You are still becoming. Let me remind you of something simple, but often forgotten. You are not finished yet. You are still becoming, still unfolding, still discovering the layers of who you are in this sacred season of life. Being on your own isn't a curse, it's a canvas. A chance to create something beautiful. Quiet. Steady. Deeply your own. You've earned this peace. Now you get to protect it. You've built strength through every challenge. Now you get to soften into wisdom. Let's close with a question. Now I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing that brings you quiet joy these days? A walk? A prayer? A flower on your windowsill? A memory? Share it in the comments. Your words might be the spark someone else needs today. And if this video held space for something inside you, if it reminded you of your worth, or gave you a moment of peace, please give it a like, and subscribe for more stories crafted with respect and love. You are not forgotten, you are not invisible, and you are absolutely not alone. Final words. Here's to you. For waking up on your own, and still choosing to smile. For facing the silence, and turning it into something sacred. For creating a life that feels honest, joyful, and rooted in your own rhythm. You don't need a crowd to feel seen. You just need moments of truth like this. So keep walking. Keep blooming. Keep being beautifully, boldly you. Until next time, stay soft, stay strong, and remember, you are more than enough. Exactly as you are.